Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I am back. It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute, but I had to jump on because so much was going on. Oh my God. Listen, before we get into it, you know what I'm going to say. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the like button. Can you guys hear me? I'm testing out this new mic. Hello, hello, hello. It's a Yeti. I think it's cute. I don't know if it's working. I'm gonna get one of those little microphones that like just kind of clip. I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna get a clip on and figure it out. But what's up? What's up? What's up? As it says right here, Q&A. Put the questions in the chat. This is going to be a trigger warning show. How y'all like my nails? I got my nails done. I'm all fancy Nancy, trying to be fancy Nancy. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the building on a Sunday night, and we just here to do what we do. Really, I just be on here cooking. Y'all know me. I be chefing it up. Cook, cook, cook. Anything you guys want to talk about? Oh man, I didn't have a sponsor. I didn't have a hey, this fruit juice right here. Hey, y'all want some fruit juice? I would have put a link in the bottom. How to make some fruit punch, right? Last time I think it was what were we doing? Pineapple juice. And then before that was brown stew something. Anyway, I forgot to bring the I was cooking all day, but I forgot to bring the meal of the day. But anyway, you guys just go in the playlist. I got fish recipes, soup, um, fish. I got soup. I got all all types of food, Middle Eastern food, Asian food, American food. But anyway, I didn't come on here to talk about food. We getting into this child. We only got what, like 3 weeks left. It's the countdown. Let me tell you, if you miss a moment, you miss a lot. If you miss a moment, you miss things that just happen so fast. One, two, three. You can't even keep up. What do y'all think the verdict is going to be? That's what I want to hear from you. Put a one in the chat if you think he's going to be found guilty, if he's going to do life. He's 55, so anything they already offered. We talking about Sean Combs. Anybody checking in? AKA, this is the countdown. I'm coming on here, going live to the countdown to the trial. If you didn't know, now you know. You could go back in the playlist. I did a tribute to Biggie. I might come back. I'm feeling like I want to do something for Angie Stone because Angie Stone was, part of hip hop. She started out. I think she was on Sugar Hill Gang's label. Don't fact check me on that. I did shout out to Kenny Park. I did, Scott LaRock, whole, KRS One. You could just go in the news feed and look that up. But anyway, we here for the trial. I'm trying to tune in for the trial as much as I can. If it was up to me, I'd be on here every day. But obviously, I can't because I'm busy and But I was like, I gotta get on because so much was going on. So much is going on. I'm just like, some people are like, I don't want to talk about it. Trigger warning. It's sensitive in nature. Whoop de whoop. And I have sympathy for that. I sympathize. But also, for me, I feel like, I'm from the Bronx. I was in hip hop in the late 80s, early 90s, the whole like golden era, and seen a lot, heard a lot, and just it's amazing how much it is you can be covered up, how much can be covered up, how the industry can be, like I would call it a cult, kind of like a cult where you like your silence. And he kept so many people was so quiet for so long. And I guess it was the money or the power. They felt threatened, but shout out to the victims that have courage to get forward. So who do you think we have? What are we had to 5 witnesses, right? 5 of them that the feds is saying we're going to keep them anonymous. So the first one, allegedly, everything I'm going to say is allegedly. I don't know. The first one they're saying maybe Cassie, okay. Then the second one is supposed to be Cassie's friend that got thrown off the building, or she no, not thrown off the building. She was hanging from the ledge. She got threatened. Do y'all think that? Put her name in the chat. Do y'all think that? What was it? Let me look it up real quick. I should have been prepared before I came on here, but sorry about that. I've just been busy. Next time I'm gonna be a little bit prepared. These podcasters be going in. They be ready. Shout out to Tisa Tell. She be up in here with her PowerPoint presentation. She's good. If y'all don't know her, go follow her. Um, One second, I'm jumping on Google. Okay, let's see. Angolo, Bongoln, Miss Bongolan says she was spending the night at Miss Ventura's apartment. That's Cassie. When Mr. Combs started shouting and banging on the front door, lawsuit states after coming inside his home, Mr. Combs allegedly confronted her on the balcony at the time. The lawsuit said he grabbed her. Well, supposedly, allegedly, he, went and started to hang her over the balcony. So, do you think that she's going to be witness number two, Cassie's friend, number two? And then there's three other, three other women or men, maybe someone he was dating. It didn't sound like a worker, but I think that the feds were just saying, we just want to keep all of this anonymous, right? Hmm. It's going to be interesting to see. So he has five, and they already hit him with it. They just gonna, and that's why a lot of people do not go to trial with the federal government. A lot of people do not go to trial with the federal government because they don't have the money. The federal government has so much money, and they just come with superseding indictment and another indictment, and they can hit them with the drugs. They can hit them with guns, the guns they found. Now they're just coming with more victims. So what do you guys think? Do y'all think that someone in his camp is paying people to lie to do lawsuits against Beyonce and Jay-Z and Gloria Stefan's husband, and all these other people? Do you think that's a trap, or do you think they're real? I mean, 100. What are we? 120. I don't know. It's hard to believe what we really believe. So there was a mock trial. TMZ came out with the mock trial. Who, that guy from TMZ? He's a lawyer. He's an attorney. I didn't know that. He's a lawyer actually. What kind of lawyer he was, I don't know. I don't know what kind of lawyer he was, but let's look it up. Lawyer. He's a retired lawyer. Is he still okay? Harvey Robert Leving is American TV's producer, found TMZ, a journalist and a lawyer. He was a lawyer. Doesn't say what kind of lawyer. Legal. It doesn't say what kind of lawyer he was. Anyway, so he has some idea of what the lawyer is. So they did the whole mock trial, which I thought was cute. I thought it was really cute. I was like, okay, and I was curious to say what the verdict was in the mock trial. But they're just going off of whatever TMZ produced, what the prosecutors had. But come on, they're not stupid. The feds have thousands and thousands of papers. They're gonna hit them every day. Here's $3,000, 3,000 papers. Go study that. The next day, boom, here's another 3,000. They have cases and boxes stored in warehouses. They've been following this guy for 20, 15 years, ever since Freeway, Ricky Freeway, the drug dealer got, the feds was questioning him back in, what was it, 2005 or something, talking about his Diddy sexual escapades. So they have boxes in the warehouse. That's why people just cop a plea, because no one, like BMF, Big Meat, she was like, I'm not even gonna fight you. I did it. Don't give me life. Don't give me the 30. I'll take the 20 or whatever. Because I'm not gonna go up against the government because I'm gonna run out of money. But I guess Diddy's ego or his age, or he was on drugs. He's either drugs, his ego, his age. He's like, I'm gonna fight it. He's a fighter. He's gonna fight it. He's gonna try. But he's not gonna listen to his lawyer. He's not going to listen. But does he have favors? I don't think he's paying off a federal judge, but does any favors? Does he have value to the president? He's got contacts. It's very interesting. And let me tell you something. All these podcasters on here talking whoopie whoopie. Let me tell you, you and I, we only know about 1%. You think the feds is gonna? No one knows what they have. So this mock jury, I took it. It was cool. It was cute. I was listening to it, but they don't know. You're just hearing sensationalism, or you don't really have the documents. Nobody knows, right? So let me see if I can share my screen. Let me try to go in here, share my screen. Have patience with me, guys. Be patient. I'll get better. I'll get better at this. I promise. Okay, I think I'll be able to share this now. And then, oops, I came on the wrong. Okay, I just wanted to show this real quick. This was me in 1989. I was on the cover of the Source magazine. This is Dana Owens, aka Queen Latifah, not the dancer Kika. This was in 1989. Look right here. 19 it was $1.75. Oops, so now you know how old I am. Okay, so let's go back. This was the mock jury. So they had a good mix of men and women. There was 12 of them. They had white, Asian, and black. And they watched 3 episodes of the prosecution. Then they finally came up with the defense. And he was like, let's see what the defense would say. And a lot of the men were interesting. They were just like, well, a lot of people just fly a girlfriend in to date or be intimate with, and that's not a crime. You're not, how could you date? They made a good point because they were like, how can I, let me stop sharing this for a minute. Um, they made a good point about how can you be in a relationship for 10 years and it's coercion? You're being forced against your will and you're there for 10 years. That's not hard. I was like, yeah, if I was on jury, I'd be like, okay, so you seem like a willing participant. But let's go ahead and see what their verdict is. I don't know if you guys watched it or not. If you think the verdict was honest or not, let me know in the chat. I will definitely love to hear your responses. So let's see. Am I sharing? Okay, let's share this back. Okay, so after they deliberated, this was their what they came out. In the TMZ mock jury deliberation for the Diddy case, the juror voted 10 guilty and 2 not guilty on sex trafficking charge, with the jurors also grappling with issues of coercion, consent, and potential influence of race in the case. Can we do race? They're trying to do the OJ. They were a girlfriend. They was in love. They're coming after a black man. He pays his taxes. You're going into his bedroom. I mean, they went after Weinstein. They went after a couple who Amber Curry and Fitch. They went after him. So here's a more detailed breakdown of the mock jury deliberation. The case. The mock jury heard evidence from both of the prosecution and defense, focusing on the charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and interstate commerce for prostitution. Key issues: coercion and consent. Jurors struggle with the concept of whether consensual relationship could involve coercion, particularly in the light of Diddy's accusers being his ex-girlfriends, racketeering. Jurors debated whether the prosecution could prove Diddy made a profit off of the alleged racketeering activities. Race. Diddy's lawyer argued that the prostitution was an attempt to take down a successful black man. This issue resonated with some jurors. So they liked the race, they agreed with the race issue. Racketeering, they didn't know how he was making money. There was no way to prove that money would be made during these, quote unquote, freak offs. And consent. How, if you're a girlfriend of a decade or so, how did you have consent? So the mock jury voted 10 out of 2 in favor of a guilt in sex trafficking charge. Wow. 10 out of 12, they voted guilty. Look at that. The mock jury deliberation is part of the documentary on TMZ, Downfall of Diddy. Okay, it's available on Tubi. So, let me see. That is very interesting. Very interesting. So, basically, the mock jury doesn't know everything. 10 out of 12 voted guilty. And the defense, I guess, is kind of weak, but they can still. I wonder if they're still going to hit him with the drug and the gun charges. We still got 3 more weeks. Who knows what they're going to hit him with? Mm, let me share my screen. I thought I was sharing. Then here's the third superseding indictment. So as of April 4th, 2025, Sean Diddy Combs, a 55-year-old music mogul, was indicted on two additional federal sex trafficking and transportation for prostitution, bringing a total of five counts. These charges pertain to alleged indictments involving a second victim between 2012 2024. 2024 is just last year. Prosecutors accused Combs of orchestrating freak-offs, um, staged sex performances, including male sex workers. Combs currently is being detained in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, has pleaded not guilty, maintaining all interactions were consensual. His trial is to start May 5th. Okay, so May 5th, they're going to start jury selection, and the trial's going to start May 12th, unless it gets postponed. And that's just the update. I don't know what you've heard, what you haven't heard. There's a lot of sources out there. There's news coming fast every day. If you miss Bugsby, what's going on with Tony Bugsby? He's still fighting with Jay-Z. Jay-Z's coming for the jugular. Tony Bugsby was coming with um all of these charges against Diddy and Jay Z, but he's licensed. Bugsy, the attorney in Texas with the alleged 13-year-old, he's licensed in Texas. He did not file to practice and he didn't, there was a form. Jay Z's lawyer was, shrewd and went through all the paperwork. There was a one form you have to ask for permission to perform in New York, and he didn't file for it. So therefore, they told him get out. They kicked him out, and he apologized to the judge. He was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, and I have good standing, and I didn't mean it." And let me look it up what it was. That's what's going on. Them two are going for the jugular. So he's kind of like stepping down or whatever. It's called like ad hoc vitae or something like that. Ad hoc, I forgot what it's called. Something. It's like, do I have the right to practice in New York on this one particular case? It's like something French. Ad hoc vitae. I don't know if anyone remembers what it is. Put it in the chat. I should have looked that up before I had started. So anyway, that's what happened. So Tony Bugsby was bringing all these charges against Diddy and Jay Z. And Jay Z's lawyer scrubbed through all the paperwork and was like, we caught you. You're licensed in New York. You could practice in New York, but only for this one particular case. And it was a form he was supposed to fill out. He didn't fill it out. So the judge in New York kicked it out. And that's that. These guys have millions, billions. They are playing chess, not checkers. It is the fight of the lawyers and see who's going to win. Personally, I don't know about what do you guys feel about Mark Agnophilia? He supposedly has a good track record. I don't know. He's filed like 300 cases. I don't know what his winning rate is or whatever. And what about KK? Christina Corinth? She's got to go. I don't know. Is she a witness? Do you think she's a witness for the prosecutor or she's going to be a witness for the defense? There's a reason why she made a statement. She made a statement to clear her name. She was like, "Look, I didn't have anything to do with it." Her lawyers I'm sure she spoke to a lawyer and they said, "Make a statement." Do you think she's going to be on the prosecution side or on the defense side? She's like, "I didn't know any." How could you be chief of staff for a decade and you're going to sit there and be like, "I didn't know, I didn't see no evil. I didn't hear no evil. I don't know no evil." I don't know. This is very interesting, guys. But put it in the comments. I'll read the comments. I'll try to come back, keep you guys updated. If you guys need any recipes, go in my playlist and I'll talk to you guys later.